What's up, you guys? Welcome back or to my channel. If you are new, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hi, my name is Nyla, and for those who are returning, thank you so much for always returning. So you guys, today's video is going to be very informative. This is for my dry people, so if you do have oily skin, I probably wouldn't recommend this to you. But yes, so I have dry skin, and I wanted to share some tips and tricks on how to have smooth makeup. Basically just anything that's gonna help your makeup come out flawless. It is hard when you have dry skin, and especially when it's the winter time and doing your makeup, it can come out very patchy. So I just want to help you guys and tell you the things that I use, some of the things I recommend. So with that being said, let's just jump right into this video. So first things first, before we even get to having flawless makeup, you have to have a skincare routine automatically. I know a lot of people don't really like to get all into the skincare, but I personally feel like in order to have flawless makeup, you have to have a skincare routine. You have to have something that's working for your skin, because with flawless makeup comes flawless skin. Well, with flawless skin comes flawless makeup. So I'm actually going to tell you guys what I use personally, some of my cleansers and my washes. So first things first, let me be completely honest with you guys. I didn't have a skincare routine personally because I don't know why. And it's like, girl, what are you doing? Like, I've always kept my face moisturized because I'm dry, but I never really cleansed and just, you know, serums and toners and stuff. And ever since I've been, my makeup has been a lot more flawless. I feel better. So I'm going to show you guys. So right now I am using the Inky List. And no, this video is not sponsored. But right now I am using the Inky List. So I use the Hyaluronic Acid cleanser, which is great. If you guys don't know hyaluronic acid and what it is, here it is.
Hyaluronic acid is well known for its skin benefits, especially alleviating dry skin, reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and speeding up wound healing. It can also help relieve joint pain in people with osteoporosis.
So this also helps as a makeup remover as well. After you wipe off your face from a long night or whatever it is, you wipe off your face and then you can cleanse with this. So it's like the extra on top of the wipe. And then right after, I use this hyaluronic acid, which is a serum. So I use this on my damp skin. I don't completely dry my face, but I use this on my damp skin, and basically it just helps to plump my face up, to keep it firm and to keep it tight. But girl, after I used this, I was scared because I was like, why my face feels so dry after? Like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I guess it just dries into your face so fast, which is why after the serum you have to moisturize. So this is the moisturizer that I use, and this is the polyglutamic acid.
Polyglutamic acid moisturizes the skin, reduces the appearance of wrinkles and pores, replenishes cell moisture, and it's literally ideal for people who has dry or dehydrated skin like myself. So like it says, also you want to make sure that if you have sensitive skin, you use a tester, put a little bit on your face just in case you have a breakout.
So this really helps lock in the moisture. This goes right after the serum. So far I've cleansed, I had a serum that plumps my skin, and now it's time to lock in the moisture. So for my final step, what I do is I use Omega water cream. So this is actually like really hydrating. This is actually my favorite part of it because I use this right before I put on my makeup. You can actually mix it into your foundation if you want, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. I mean, if you want, but yeah, no. So this is actually my favorite part because once I put this on my skin, the hydration that I feel is like everlasting. It's like literally my face starts drinking the moisture in this. And this is actually new from this brand, the Inky List. I recommend these four right here. I'm actually going to put the links down below in the description box. Again, this video is not sponsored, okay? I just want y'all to have good skin, period. Okay, that's step one. We need a skincare routine. First things first with makeup, a lot of people say, oh, I'm gonna use a primer. I feel like your primer doesn't actually have to say primer on it to be a primer. I don't know if that made sense, but like I just showed you guys my skincare routine, it says, oh, you can use this as a primer for makeup, which technically is not a primer. But also for me, before I even started using this, one thing I recommend for people with dry skin, if there's not one thing that you use as a primer, use Nivea Cream. Oh my gosh, Nivea Cream is the GOAT. It locks in so much moisture. Your face don't feel like it's breaking. And I learned that tip from my sis Aaliyah J, because bruh, Nivea Cream is amazing. That's still a go-to of mine. I'm not a person who goes all into the primer this, primer that, and yeah, some of the best primers literally just be lotions or moisturizers or whatever it is. So definitely try Nivea Cream, the GOAT, I promise. And this is actually good for just a regular day thing as well. Okay, third tip. So now let's get more into the makeup side. So before we start talking about applying makeup, let's talk about what makeup to buy. Obviously, well, it may seem obvious, but obviously when you have dry skin, you want to buy foundations or products that is more on the luminous hydrating side. So for my people who don't know, I am here to tell you, buy things that are luminous, that are hydrating. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. So I'm gonna actually show you guys some of the foundations that I have currently. Right now, what I'm wearing is the Fenty Beauty, this is the Hydrating Longwear foundation, and I'm in the shade 410. So one thing I want to say about this, medium to full coverage. It's more so on the medium side, but I personally feel like it's buildable in my opinion. Also, this is the Morphe foundation. I'm gonna link these below because I forgot the price of this, but this is really good. Yeah, this is the Soft Focus foundation, and yeah, I accidentally bought this Fenty well, actually I didn't accidentally. Let me tell y'all, I bought this Fenty foundation, which is the Soft Matte. Now hear me out. Yes, I have dry skin, so I figured, you know, if I extra moisturize today and put this foundation on, it might not be that dry. But as soon as you apply this, it's like soaked in. So again, this is not for my dry girls, my dry guys. Like this is not for the dry. I don't know if it's just me. It has to be a desperate day. That's what I would say. But the hydrated one is amazing. I love the fact, the color and everything, but hydrating. Another affordable foundation is definitely Maybelline. Like that's the go-to. That's the go-to drugstore. I feel like Maybelline is top brand, top notch, and they're super hydrating. You actually have to read the fine line where it says normal to oily or say normal to dry. Yeah, that definitely makes a difference. So with foundations, like I said, you definitely want to make sure that you go for something that's more on the luminous side, and Anastasia is a great one. Okay, they're great. So you're probably gonna see some other foundations that pop up on the screen. I'm probably gonna link them down below, but these foundations are so great, and I've actually like am looking, because where I work I be trying on the foundations and stuff. So yeah, now let's get into applying the makeup. So let's talk about foundation. Actually, this is after you prime and everything. Now, some people like to prime, well, bake their face before they put on foundation. I personally feel like that is not for people with dry skin, in my opinion. What I like to do is I'll put on the foundation, you know, after I primed and everything. And a little goes a long way, because we do not want to be cakey. That's one big tip that I would recommend. Start out with a little bit. Don't pump too much and then put it on your face, because you'll be really cakey and you're gonna get patchy. You want to start out with a little bit, blend it out, and then build up along the way. However you choose to blend, whether it's beauty blender or brush, make sure that one, the brush is good quality. I'm sorry, I'll have to say it, because a cheap brush is not gonna do it when it comes to blending out your foundation. And if you have a cheap brush that does, and you really know how to blend, then kudos to you. But pay for that brush, okay? Pay for the brush. Now, as far as sponges, if you're a Beauty Blender, the brand is really amazing to blend out. and also Real Techniques. I use Real Techniques because of the way it's flat. Excuse my dirty sponge, but it's flat and it helps me like get under the eye and everything. So these are really good, but wet your beauty blenders. Do not. And I see so many people doing that, and it's just like, again, Aaliyah J told me that, okay? But I see so many people that literally apply makeup with a dry beauty blender, and it's like, girl, if only you knew, it'll be so much smoother. And that flashback, wet your beauty blenders. You're gonna have so much more of a smoother look. Like, look at this. Look at this. It's smooth. I also recommend blending out your concealer with the beauty blender. I use a brush for my face and a blender with my concealer. But bottom line, wet your beauty blender. Sorry if this video is all over the place. I'm just really trying to just get the details out, and this was like a last minute video, but I feel like it's really needed. So key tip, setting your face is important, okay? It's very, very important. First things first, I'm gonna show you guys some of the setting powders that I use. The Black Radiance setting powder. This is the True Complexion Loose setting powder. Top tier, okay? Top tier. I don't care what nobody say, this powder is goated. Literally, I don't even really have anything in here, but definitely great. Laura Mercier, beautiful. If you want to spend like more money, it's definitely beautiful, but they have minis as well. But do know there are different shades, so if you're more like my skin tone, I would recommend getting the banana color. There's one that's more fair, there's one that's darker than me, and then there's the darkest. So setting powder, make sure that it matches you. Don't go crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So another setting powder that's good is Fenty Beauty, which I tried where I work at, and I need to go purchase. Fenty Beauty is a really good setting powder for dry skin. But let's get more into the tips of how to set your face, okay? So for my dry people, we do not bake, okay? Dry people do not bake. We don't bake. We set it in, and that's it. That's it. Because when you bake, literally, you feel so ashy, and the flashback is gonna be real. I'm gonna just say that the flashback is gonna be real. And I actually had to learn that. Over time. I used to bake because, you know, it was just a thing. I just baked, I put a lot on, and when I wiped it off, it was like I felt ashy. Mind you, I was using Laura Mercier. I ain't gonna blame her product, okay? I just wasn't supposed to be baking. When you got dry skin, you take it, you can use this brush, a beauty blender, whatever. You take it and you press it in, and you have to press it in evenly. That definitely matters. It for sure matters. Setting your face evenly is what's really gonna give you that look, okay? I don't know if you guys can tell, but if you just look at my face right now, you see where it's highlighted, you see where it's set. It sets evenly, and that leaves it more smooth. It gives that clean finish. Last but not least, when it comes to makeup, I believe that everyone needs to set their face after. Setting sprays are key, okay? They really are, and especially for my dry people, and also the look that you want to go for. If you're dry, if you want to go for the dewy, glowy finish, make sure you set your face. So let me show you guys what I use. I use the Morphe continuous setting mist, and this is like so bomb. So I use this first. Right after, I use the dewy finish setting spray, and this is by NYX. These two are a perfect combo, you guys. Literally right after, it literally locks in everything. Like, this gives it like the sparkle and the shine, and it like moistens it up. For this one just locks everything in. I promise you, if you try these two together, you literally would not be disappointed. And this is definitely so important after you finish your makeup, because look at the glow. And then throughout the day, if you always wanted to do a little setting mist, you can. You don't have to, because it literally locks in all day. But for people who feel like they're getting like a little patchy or anything, just set your face and you're completely good. Okay, you guys, so with that being said, that is all for this video. I just really wanted to cover the main key details to us dry people, okay, because we deserve to have bomb makeup as well. So these are the things that I use. These are the things that definitely help me, and let me know down below in the comments what you think. If you have any of these products, would you really need to be able to try these products? And yeah, so with that being said, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, keep up with me. And for that being said, that is all for this video. Bye guys.